Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Analog. Wow, really? I almost said it. Welcome back to Hate Plus. This is an Analog hate story because that was the prequel. It's weird. I want to say Analog every time, but it's not. So, we have Artificial Investigator Hyunei here. I didn't go over this last time, but we got the outfits from the last game back. You know, we got the schoolgirl, which I really enjoy. The Pale Bride, which I'd rather her not put on. The maid outfit, which I have zero problems with. The detective outfit, which is really cool. You know, it's a fan favorite too. And the scientist outfit, which, I mean, it's nice, but I still prefer the schoolgirl. Hey, that's just who I am, okay? So, we can't read files, so let's talk to her maybe, or not. Well, okay. What do I click on? Disable active AI? Non-essential. Okay, well, we have to disable her and then extract messages. I see. Aha, aha. Oh, this looks scary. What all do we have here? Only able to extract 6 at a time. Oh, there's numbers. Can I go down? Yes, I can. So I'm gonna have to, like, updated wrinkled face textures. The death of mute. I'd like to, but you know what? Whoa, excuse me. Whoa, language. Let's, I guess, go in order. 1. Oh, there we go. I don't have to, I don't click and drag, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we not get the bad data? Nope. 5, 6. Okay, sure. Commit to extraction. Let's get these ones. Give them a read, see what there is. Okay, cool. It's like there's little blocks and stuff. That's like how actual computer stuff works, I think. Extracting efficient and subtle. Election night. Elegance in her cat-like grin. Ooh, I like the sound of that one. And chief counselor. We only have 13% power left, so yeah, that's a good idea to maybe just stop, wait, see what's going. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Amendment of the Education Act. Okay, this one sounds like it'll make sense. Okay. Yeah? What is it? Oh, she's reading. I see. Chief Counselor Smith of the state. We have time for one more order of business today. Counselor... Oh, can we click on him to understand? Okay. It's the first time we read about the person. Click their name in another log file and I'll remind you about them. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so how do I... Oh, return to log. I don't like that it's at the top. That's confusing. Counselor O's proposed amendment of the Education Act. The text of it can be found in the 3rd appendix of this session's agenda. I'll leave now the floor to remarks from Counselor O. Counselor O. Oh, hey, he's a nice person. No remarks, it's just general housekeeping shit for the university. Counselor Mute? I know who that is. Can we click on her? Can we click that? Yeah. This is the first I've read about this. What? Wait. That's... Oh. Okay. Great. I'm gonna abstain voting and decline to pay any more attention this session if that's okay with you. Counselor. It doesn't affect security. I vote don't care. She reminds me, just from those things, it's like, Lin Beifong from Legend of Korra, if you know who that is. I just, immediately, that's what jumped into my head. Does the council, does the rest of the council object to bringing it to a vote? Oh, Counselor Ryu. None here. I'm gonna be practicing my Shoryuken. I'll make no more Ryu jokes. Counselor Kim of captaincy, like, of the act of being a captain, of Counselor Kim of Engineering and Science. I object. I don't understand the purpose of the proposed change about language rules. Is it really necessary? Counselor O of Education says, I don't think. Can you explain that? I don't understand what they're talking about. Well, okay. What? It's blue. Can I not? I guess I can't. Can you explain that? It's just some minor changes to general requirements. Even engineers have general requirements. That's why they're called general. I don't think we need a vocabulary lesson, Counselor. Because I don't think Mute's voice from my last Let's Play would work here with how she looks now. That's... Yes, I know. Out of line. Withdrawn. It doesn't sound like minor changes. That was all requested and drafted by the Magungwa University President Yun-ah. She assures me that it's just a minor change to allow for students to get a more rounded education. What exactly is more rounded about forcing engineers into pointless general classes? Everyone already takes general classes. It's not. Counselor Lee of Culture says, "Pardon me, if I may." Certainly, I yield the floor to Counselor Lee. As I understand, the change is to allow general programs to include text written in Chinese characters. Is that right? That's what I'm told. Oh, but learning Chinese characters is silly. Oh, okay. Meaning technical students will have to go out of their way to learn pointless nonsense that doesn't have to do anything with science. Chinese characters aren't taught in public schools. That's right. It's hard to keep track of who's saying it this time because of how it's written, but I wonder if that changes or if it's just this article. I don't know. Well, we'll have to see. The other counselors see where this is going, yes? Does it really need to be spelled out? Spelled out. Jeez, I'm the one who needs the education classes. Does it really need to be spelled out why it would be a good thing to make the educational requirements for noble professions less accessible to any old peasant at a public school? In case you haven't noticed, we already have a serious problem with overeducated peasants already. They agitate for democracy and give me a headache. Making things harder for them seems to be preserving the status quo for me. That was my thinking. Yeah, Mute really was harsh back then. And, like, you're not surprised that Yeah. She looks like freaking, like, Solid Snake. Like, oh... What? No, she was a cute girl, though. It's just housekeeping regardless. I still don't think... Counselor Kim, do you really feel that strongly about this? Really? If you move to vote, I'll second it. Do we have a motion to vote? I move to vote then. Seconded. The motion passes. How does the council vote? Okay, so they're voting on whether or not to make engineering students learn Chinese characters, if I'm correct. The Council of Education is in favor. The Counselor of Captaincy is in favor. The Counselor of Agriculture... What does agriculture have to do with this? You're not even... Security. The Counselor of Security wants to get this over and done with. In favor. The Counselor of Justice is in favor and agrees with the lovely Counselor of Security. Number 1. He's the Counselor of Justice. Number 2... I like him already. Ugh. Ugh is not a vote. No, it's not. Fine. The Counselor of Engineering and Science abstains. I don't care that much. Counselor of Culture is in favor. Counselor of State is also in favor. Let the record show that the vote was 7 in favor, with 1 abstention. Abstention. Okay. Pardon me. Like I said, I'm the one who obviously needs to take the classes to learn. God. The amendment passes and will go on to the president for signing. With that, I move to close council for the day to resume next Monday. Seconded. Gladly. Then the High Council of the Magungwa is dismissed. Okay, so so they had like a high thing. Interesting. Mute. So this is Mute's entry, obviously. From my internal log, 7:20 in the Hio household during a daily meeting. So this is back to how it was before, written in the style of a diary entry, sort of, from Mute. Okay. How are you, Miss Hio? I asked Seo Young after showing up in her living room computer screen. Her first words after were, "Good evening, counselor." No, her first words after "Good evening, counselor" were, "I'm having a major crisis with my husband." It didn't seem like she was very serious, which is good, since I kinda liked him. "Go on," I said. You've heard of those fashionable paper lanterns, right? The ones that are genuine paper? They're sold in the Upper Court Plaza? Not really, no. Well, they let through this gorgeous red light. I interrupted her with a, "Yes, I know what paper lanterns are like, so what's the crisis?" "Don't you think they'd be perfect for my living room? My husband objects because they're about 50,000 silver per. He thinks it's too extravagant, she said, whatever that means. Does that man have any idea how much money you make? I asked. Hyunei says I don't really see how that's a crisis. Oh, no, it's not blue, it's just on the bottom. It's slightly shaded differently, I guess. It looks like it's blue and clickable, every bottom line. Maybe I'm just crazy. She replied, I don't think so. You know how men are. Of course, Mr. Kim is the kind to get jealous of his wife making more money than him, which is pretty silly. He's merely a teacher. But teachers get paid good money. And Seo Young is the Counselor of Security's top lieutenant. He needs to get over it. I said pretty much that to her. I don't know. I think this is an extremely minor dispute about interior decoration. I cannot read. I don't know. I think this extremely minor dispute about interior decorating may be fatal to our relationship. If we get a divorce, can I sleep in your home? Okay. What? Wait, this minor dispute may be fatal to our relationship? What? Why? It's just... Disagreements are a necessary thing in a relationship, because that way you work off of each other to create the best ideals and everything. I was about to say something, but I got caught off by one of her young maids suddenly popping to deliver tea. Thanks, Miss Lim, said Seo Young, dismissing her. You know you already slept in my home, right? I responded once the girl left. With all due respect, Counselor, she said, this is my home. How do you figure that? I told her, only because I bought it for your great-great-great-grandfather. I don't think you would have liked the old place. I think you have closets in this place bigger than it was. Not much room for those servants either. Oh wow. Leave it to mute to remember a debt for... She paused, counting on her fingers. Centuries? That must be 200 years old. It's not that long, I told her. She was amused. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too, Hyunei. How old is she? You're awfully old, she said. I replied, but you're still a young girl. Wait, hey, is that a gray hair I see? She protested in disbelief, but I didn't even have to make it up. She's totally starting to go gray. I mean, she's like 38, so it's hardly strange. No way, she said, getting bothered. Maybe I'll stay with my husband after all. You're mean. Because he's too nice to make fun of your childish response to aging? I asked. No, she said, because he's got terrible eyesight. Okay, I said, amused. Let's get to business, alright? She nodded, turning serious. What's the first order then? Well, wanna crush a rebellion? I asked. She got excited again. Do I ever? Can we actually do that? She asked. But with a smile on her face at the thought of it. These democracy agitators have been causing no end of stress for the past, 2 years? I bet they're the cause of this gray hair. She paused, taking a sip of tea. Can we destroy them? Please? Please? Okay, so... Wow, saying, can we destroy them? That's pretty powerful. Well, okay, I've got an idea. I think I can get Chief Counselor Smith and Counselor Yang of Justice on board pretty easily. Let's call it Operation Get Back at the Idiots for giving the young lady Chief Security Officer Hyo gray hair prematurely, I said. It was a joke, but we both know full well that the stakes here were pretty high. This rebellion really has been starting to get dangerous. Oh yes, she said with a happy smile. This is the nicest gift you've ever given me, Mute. Let's crush a rebellion. Okay, so they're pretty violent, it seems. Also, the women seem to be quite... Like it said, the whole before year 0, it was different, so... Yeah. Efficient and subtle. So this one was written by Smith. Who... Is he related to now the Smith family from... Has to be. I mean, they wouldn't just name it the same thing. Counselor Mute has once again tried my patience by requesting a meeting with me and Counselor Yang at a very specific time and location, then showing up late. The subject was so important, I had no choice but to put up with it, but it doesn't mean I appreciate the utter lack of respect. She insisted on meeting me in the Upper Plaza Restaurant Royale, and her Lieutenant Hyo was the first there, but it took the counselor herself a whole half an hour for her to finally show up on our private room screen. Oh right, because she's not a real person. I kind of forgot about that. She's an AI. That's what the star means. Hey, sorry I'm late, she announced in the same perfectly grating, cheerful voice that she's had for the past 50 years. You didn't start eating without me, did you? How irritating. Wait, even back then I guess she was a jerk. How irritating. We'd never do that. Should I pour you a glass of wine? Asked Counselor Yang coyly. Counselor Yang of Justice! Coyly, raising the pitcher in her direction. He's always been like that with her, ever since he's inherited his counsel position. I can never tell if he understands the implications of her being an immortal computer program, or if he's just an idiot. Probably he's just an idiot. Haha, man, I wish. Oh, wait, no, it's so weird. 'Cause well, wait. Maybe that picture of her, 'cause she's not talking like what she looks like with the smoking and the, I'm an old lady, the bingo. No, that's what it reminds me of too, bingo. Yeah, no, is she maybe at this point still sort of what she looks like? Because it's the same cheerful voice, and I can't see the cheerful voice that's in my head coming out of that. Well, yeah, wait. She said with a slight flip of her golden hair, she must still look like how she does. Or maybe she did before, and now, I don't know. But she must still look like how I picture it, not the old smoking lady. Man, I wish. With that sort of shit we had to deal with, I sure could use it, she said with a slight flip of her golden hair. Then she turned to me. Anyway, Chief Counselor, I bet you're wondering why I asked you to be here, right? You said it was important, I said impatiently. It's about the Committee for Freer Democracy, she said with an appropriate... Oh, no. It's about the Committee for Freer Democracy, she said with an appropriate scorn emphasizing their name. This week, Miss Hio has literally done nothing but shut down their meetings. How many noise violation orders have you issued in the past 7 days? 10? 15, said a lieutenant. It was a dramatic tactic on Mute's part, as if she didn't even know exactly how many. My bad, she said. And every week, the number of private log entries using their keywords doubles. Oh, wait, whoa. We're getting some TSA shit. I'm worried we're going to be reaching a critical mass soon. At this rate, I'm worried that the presidential election results are going to lead to, like, public demonstrations. We can't deal with that. Wait. So, is she basically enforcing a rigged election? You're the Counselor of Security. It's your damn job to deal with it, I told her. I'm not interested in excuses. She's not making excuses. Her lieutenant started, out of line, but Mute managed to muzzle her. Stand down, Miss Hio, she told me, but then she turned to me with the same rudeness. Now listen here, young man. I was not, asking for your approval. We have a problem, and a stern lecture from the Chief Counselor is not gonna help, okay? You can blame me all you want, but that's not gonna solve shit. Yang of Justice! Stifled a grin, thinking I wasn't looking. I had to glare to put him back in line. Sheepishly, took a large drink of his wine. I'd at least like to know why it is that you can't even do your job efficiently, I demanded. At least show some respect. Okay, sure. You got it, sir, she said sarcastically, an impossible expression on her face. But I think, sir, you misunderstand what my job is. My job isn't to stop public demonstrations. My job is to make sure public demonstrations don't happen in the first place. Do you have any idea what happened the last time we had public demonstrations? And Hyune says she was sarcastic to men? Mute? Wow. Because it's the whole back then. From Hyone's time, it's when yeah. Watch my last Let's Play and you'll know why that's how it is. She paused. She expected me to actually answer her question. Prepared to pounce the moment I got even the slightest detail wrong. I tried to recall, but she said something before I had the chance to say anything. No, of course you don't. It was 4 centuries ago. They led to an open armed rebellion. We're talking outright banditry, okay? This is not tenable, sir, she said in a high and mighty way. Do you have any idea what martial law is like? 'Cause that's what it took to crush it last time. So, interrupted Yang of Justice! You're saying that carrying out your job needs our help. Or no, so, interrupted Yang. Of justice! I need to get his voice right, because it's... You're saying that carrying out your job needs our help? Because I just imagine he's like the hammiest of hams. Watch me be wrong at this point. Watch it be later. He turns out to be like the cause of the downfall, but we'll see. You got it, counselor, she said. Look, there's no need for hostilities, men. We've got a common problem here, and I think we could sort it out. And really, chief counselor, in my opinion, as counselor of security, and as the eldest person around by like a millennium. Millennium? It's 1,000. Holy crap. I think we can sort this out. But I wouldn't have asked you here if I didn't need your help. I sighed. She had a point. If I had to clean up what she couldn't, that's her job. What's your plan? You're not gonna like it, she said, and I was sure I believed her. First, we let Park back into the presidential race. Who is Park? Do we have data on Park? Holy man, he looks... Wow. He looks kind of cool, actually. I like the hair. Interesting to see, though, the more traditional clothing behind him. Huh. Let's see how that works, really. That's what the agitators have been upset about, so I'd like to take the wind out of their sails if we take away their main point of contention. That's madness! He's a radical. He's very likely to be elected, I said. What's the worst that happens? We just veto the bastard down at every step. The president's powerless against the council in the end, Yang of justice suggested. It's hard because the names come later. No good. I mean, you're right, but that'll just lead to more unrest, she said, shaking her head. What the hell do you propose then? Just let them dictate his crazy radical anti-noble Ooh, there we go. Anti-noble. That's where the democracy comes in, because they don't want nobility. I demanded. I'm going down. Yeah, actually, I think that's our best shot. Hear me out, okay? You resign as chief counselor, and don't give me shit here. I know you've been meaning to for ages. Don't pretend like you'd be upset for that to happen. We put in someone new, younger, as the face of the council. Say it's part of our new direction. The president's going to call for reforms, and we're gonna let him. And our new direction will be going along with them. So we just yield to the madness of democracy then, I said incredulously. She sounded absolutely insane. But of course, she had a plan, I'm pained to admit. No, of course we don't. Of course not, she said, and then she grinned madly. We pretend to. We're going to be the democracy movement's worst friend. If the president proposes reforms, yeah, we'll nod along. We'll say what, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we'll nod along. We'll say we do. Then we'll water it down. We'll stall. 'Cause, like, here's the thing. The people, they don't have specific demands. They're dumb. They're okay with compromises. All we have to do is make it look like they've won. And the movement loses all momentum. And then, rebellion crushed, said her lieutenant, smashing her fist into her palm dramatically. Efficiently and subtly. You got it. Efficient and subtle. And that's how we do it, said Mute. Oh, there we go. I wasn't sure at first what I thought of her plan. It's insane for sure. It's incredibly bold. But the more I thought about it over dinner, I thought, maybe that's what we need. In all the time I've known Mute, she might try my patience, but I've never known her intentions to be misplaced. She may be chatty, and a gossip, and disrespectful, but one thing is for sure. She's honest and never manipulative. I think there's a reason why she came to my face and asked me this. When she could have gone around with the rest of the council. She might be a bitch at times, but she's still programmed to act within the best interests of the ship's safety. Always. By the time we'd finished eating, I just made up my mind. Who do you propose as the new face of the council then? You? I asked. Haha! Oh, please. She shook her head dramatically. I said a younger face. Mine's as old as it gets. Oh, here we go. Only by choice. Yang of justice said. You can always look young and beautiful as you'd like. Yeah, sure. I've done that before, and when the fashions change, I'm sure I'll do it again, she started. I think you look fine the way you are, counselor, said Hyo, an odd tone to her voice. Okay, Hyo wants Mute. Like, so much. Like, that is so obvious. Like, she just craves her elderly body. I feel dirty saying that. It's not the point, okay? She shook her head, looking exacerbated. Exacerbated? You know what? I am actually... Define exaggerated. Oh, goodness gracious. To make feel worse. There we go. Sounds good. We need someone who's actually young, who the peasantry will trust as being willing to accept new ideas. Counselor Lee, perhaps, I suggested. What's he look like? Nope, no photo. The Counselor of Culture was from the Lee family, okay. Ah, no, definitely not. Too charismatic. Too ambitious. Wait, Counselor Lee's female. Okay, Right, their last names. Right, so yeah, no, I thought Lee was like... Okay. Okay. That woman has an agenda. I do not trust her for a second, she said. She's probably right on reflection. Counselor Liang, who do you suggest? Justice! Was really friendly. Yes, he... Wait. No, it doesn't say gender. What do you suggest? He paused. There we go. Then, a flash of light seemed to go off behind his dim eyes. Counselor Ryu Hyun-soo. Give it to the useless figurehead Counselor of... Okay, so Counselor... Oh, hello. He looks like the other dude. Is that the same one? Yeah. Counselor of Captaincy. He'll never be so... He'll be so thrilled to actually have a real job. He'd never think to do anything with it. You're right, she said. Of course, I said too, after a pause of reflection. He's young, completely malleable, but plausible as a reformer. The face of impotent rebellion, Ryu would be perfect. This is where we left the discussion for that night. And now, I guess it's time to tell my wife that I'll finally be retiring. She'll be thrilled. What did you say? I missed that, Hyune. Can you say it again? Something about Ryu. Can you say that again, please? Please. Oh, darn it. Whatever. Alright, so, next time, guys, we'll read the one titled Election Night and continue reading about what happened aboard the ship. I like it so far more than, Analog in the fact that it's a lot more accessible. I am not completely lost at the beginning. I'm actually really intrigued. So, cool. See you guys next time. Ciao.